So we are on day 3, just about to set out to go to Halong Bay. Just waiting for the bus now. Just met our tour guide, Robert, going to the bus.
So here we are now going into day 3 in Vietnam, and if you've seen day 1 and 2, thank you for continuing the journey with us. And even if you've not seen day 1 and 2, don't worry, we watch us from here.
Thank you, Robert. First one's on.
Oh, yeah, first one.
Yeah, good morning.
Today we're on our way to Halong Bay, which is a popular tourist destination in Vietnam, from Hanoi, which is where we are now. And Hanoi is the capital of Vietnam, and I'll show you some of the madness of the traffic that you'll experience if you come here.
Amazing traffic.
Unbelievable.
I feel here.
So many motorbikes.
So many, yes. 6 million.
6 million.
About an hour into the journey, the bus stopped at this services for a quick toilet break and something to eat, and coming up on the screen are silkworms. And the people working here use the thread from these silkworms to produce all different kind of items, such as scarves and these ties. And if you wanted to buy one of these ties, just out of interest, it would cost you 225,000 dong, which is about $9. And then it was back on the bus and back on the way to Halong Bay. And the distance between Hanoi and Halong Bay is approximately 163 kilometres, which is about 101 miles. And it took around 2.5 to 3 hours to get there. We're just walking through the ferry terminal to get onto the boat, and this was a full day trip. And the name of the cruise company that we used was called Dragonfly. And I'll give you the full price of this to a little bit later on, so you can get a kind of idea of the budget you'll need if you want to come here.
Hello.
And this company in particular will pick you up from your hotel in Hanoi, and we were very blessed to have an awesome tour guide called Robert. He's such a nice guy, and nothing was too much trouble for him. He was very knowledgeable about this place, and when you get onto the boat you'll get allocated a table.
We have 2 toilets, 1 toilet on the left and 1 toilet on the right.
This was the toilet on the right, which was nice and clean, and this was the meal that was provided for us, which had a bit of everything. Had a little bit of seafood, stir fry, chips, fresh fruit, including pineapple and watermelon. Halong Bay is located in northeast Vietnam, and it's known for its emerald waters and thousands of towering limestone islands topped by rainforest. Although you can't see it too clearly today because the weather isn't great, but on a clearer day you'll be able to see the lush greenery that tops these islands. And speaking of islands, Halong Bay is famous for islands of different shapes and sizes, one being Trong Mai Island, which stands about 10 metres above sea level and takes the form of 2 chickens, a rooster and a hen said to be kissing.
Everybody in front of you is a chicken island, the symbol of Halong Bay. The rooster on the left and the hen on the right. And we call they are kissing and now fighting today.
Want to buy some fruit?
We came on this trip in March, and as you can see the weather isn't the best, and it's recommended to come between October and December, which is the fall, due to the more pleasant weather and low chance of rain, although you can expect double the crowds. The crowds weren't an issue for us, and there was enough time and space for us to enjoy all the activities that we booked on this trip, one being this one, which was kayaking, where you can go around a kind of cove, I guess you'd call it. And if you come outside of a tour that didn't include kayaking, the price just to hire a kayak on your own is really cheap in comparison to other places that we've hired kayaks. It costs 50,000 dong, which I'll convert onto screen into the different currency. Works out in English about £1.64, and that's for 35 minutes on the water, which gives you enough time to do a lap around the little bay and take in this wonderful scenery. There is low and high tide here that determines if you can kayak through the caves or not, and we came in low tide, which meant we couldn't, but not for the want of trying.
You in? Right, give us a wave.
The kayaking was included in the tour and was good fun, as you can see. I took to it easy and let Fang do all the hard work.
Faster.
That was until we ended up a little bit too far inland and got stuck in the mud. But we managed to navigate our way out of that sticky situation. Or should I say, Fang managed to get us out of that situation. There are a lot of different tours that you can go on here. You only have to search on Google or look at other YouTube videos to find a variety of tours that you can go on here, and that's dependent on your budget. We were only here for the day, and I mentioned earlier I'll give you the price of what we paid, which was probably one of the cheapest tours that you could do.
We've got time, go straight.
And it cost us £71.50 for the two of us, which is amazing value. There are other cruises more luxury than ours that involve different activities such as scuba diving, rock climbing and hiking, which is all dependent on how long you want to spend here, and also your budget. Please feel free if you want to fund me and Fang to go on any of those luxury cruises. We will happily make a video about it for you. Or let us know if there is a place where you'd like us to visit and make a video for you about. We're open to suggestions. We're currently working hard and saving for our next adventures, so we can bring you some more videos. And of course, we'd love for you to come along with us to these places as well.
Faster, Fang, faster.
Then we got back onto the boat and made our way to the next destination of the day, which took us past some more of these famous shaped rocks. Like this one you can find on the back of the 200,000 dong Vietnamese banknote.
The picture on the money is a Halong Bay. It's called the Lucky Island.
That was called Ding Hung Islands, which is known as Lucky Island, if I pronounce that correctly. And this island on your screen now is called Cho Da's shape, and is commonly interpreted to be that of a dog, sat with its back to the sea, acting as a kind of giant guard dog. In 2005, an explorer from the British Cave Research Association discovered a wonder cave with excellent beauty and magnificence that made a member of the group say with delight, "That's Paradise Cave," hence the name as it's known now, and the cave that we are going to visit. There are a few different caves around the area of Halong Bay, and this was advertised as one of the most beautiful and spectacular caves in the world. We've seen a few caves in our time, and this has to be up there with one of the best that we've seen so far. And at an altitude of 360 metres above sea level, it was a little bit of a walk up to the mouth of the cave, which is a small entrance and hidden behind the cliffs and trees. As you enter the cave, just a few steps in, you'll drop down some steps where you get to see the size of this cave in all its glory. It's worth mentioning that if you do have any health issues or concerns, it might be worth taking them into consideration before booking this trip, because there are a lot of steps and walking to do, so it's just something, I guess, to be aware of. And if you're not in the best of health, or that's the case, then you can watch us bring you all the beauty of these lovely places to the device that you're watching from, so you don't have to make the trip physically, and we can do all that for you. According to the British Cave Research Association, this is the longest dry cave in Asia. This also received 3 records by the Vietnamese Record Book Centre called Breathtaking, which I'm guessing is like the Guinness World Records of Asia. That was in June 2011 for the longest dry cave in Vietnam, the most unique stalactite system, and the longest wooden stairs in Asia. There also appeared to be different characters and shapes coming from some of the rock formations,
And then everyone turn around. This one they look like a dragon.
which, if you look closely, they did resemble mystical creatures, although I think a lot of this personally was just to make the tour more interesting, which of course it did, and it certainly got your imagination flowing. And I couldn't help thinking how the caves hadn't caved in, pardon the pun, or what's actually stopping it from caving in. I don't know if that's just me or if you've ever thought that before, if you've ever been inside a cave, because you do hear about people getting trapped in caves. Maybe that's what made me think of it. Anyway, I do digress. It's a great place to visit to cool off as well after walking up and down all those steps, because it averages at around 9 to 10 degrees Celsius within the cave. The cave's divided into several large chambers and is known as the Eden on Earth. The cave has been researched and explored by, as mentioned, the British Royal Cave Association, And the height of the cave ranges from 40 to 100 metres and 30 to 150 metres wide. And I hope you enjoyed that whirlwind tour of the Paradise Caves as we exit the caves to another little souvenir shop where you can buy some reminders of your time visiting here, should you wish.
Go on the left side, please.
This was the little souvenir stall I was talking about, and if you walk past this stall you'll see some absolutely fantastic views looking out onto Halong Bay, and it's definitely a place to take your camera out and get some pictures for your social medias. And then it was a good 10-minute walk back down all the steps onto the boat to take us back where we started our boat ride from. There's just one more stop to take you on from our tour of Halong Bay, which is the world of Pearl. But before we get there, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the people that have been to Halong Bay, including world leaders and celebrities. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie have visited here, as well as Facebook's founder and CEO Mark Zuckerberg. And now me and Fang are happy to be added to the list as well, as we check out the facilities and get back on the bus once again for a short ride to the world of Pearl. And the pearls cultivated here in Halong Bay are saltwater pearls, which last much longer outside the shell as opposed to those cultivated in fresh water, which slowly degenerate over time.
Yeah, these are the natural pearls. You can see the shape is not round.
On average, saltwater pearls stay beautiful for hundreds of years compared to the lifespan of around 30 years for their freshwater counterparts.
Step of implantation. The first step here, and the second step here.
The lady was explaining the tricky process and the different stages of how they farm the pearls, which depend on factors such as water depth, water quality, and if all conditions are perfect, it takes a mussel around 5 years to grow a pearl. And this workshop's where they turn the pearls into a variety of different pearl jewellery, from necklaces to wristlets and rings, and we'll have a look at some of these now, so you can get an idea of how much something like this would cost. For instance, this necklace cost 181,800,000 dong, and I'll convert that into the different currencies on the screen for you. As well as this cool looking ring which cost 84 million dong. Again, I'll convert that onto the screen. And the pearls at Halong Bay are rated 5-star and meet the international standards, but they're about 20 to 30% cheaper than the average price elsewhere in the world. And because of this, a lot of international tourists come to Halong Bay to purchase these pearls. So if pearls are your thing, this is definitely the place to come. And I think I did well there by not throwing in a joke about a pearl necklace. And it is worth mentioning that we are a family-friendly channel and try to remain factual in these videos, but we are human, so we will add a slice of humour in there now and again. And we shall leave the world of Pearl there now and grab a coffee and try to make it back on the bus before we were left behind.
Last one's on the bus. Everybody waiting for us.
We're heading back to Hanoi now, which takes about 2 to 3 hours depending on the traffic, and we stopped at these services which give us a chance to do a little bit of price comparison. And if you're like me from a Western country, you'll realise how heavily you're taxed on everything. For example, these cigarettes, which, let's use the Marlboro as an example, cost 35,000 dong here in Vietnam, and that converts to about £1.15 in Great British pounds, and that would cost £14.10 for the same packet in the UK, which is about a £12.55 difference, which is absolutely crazy. And there's other items you can buy as well, which are a lot cheaper than in the West. And something I couldn't get enough of was these green tea Kit Kats, costing 25,000 dong.
Last on the bus again.
And as we go back to Hanoi, upon reflection, this was a great tour. And if you're thinking about going to Halong Bay, we definitely give it a thumbs up. And if you've liked this video or feel it's provided you with good, relevant information, we'd appreciate a thumbs up from you too, because we're still new to YouTube and we're trying to grow our channel, and with the help of you, we want to improve and offer you valuable information.
So that's the tour finished.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy that?
Enjoy.
You can finish off the journey with us as we head into our final day in Vietnam by clicking on the next video. And if you enjoy travel videos, we have lots on our channel of the different places we've been, so we'd love for you to subscribe to our channel, and we shall see you on the next video.